And now on Trevor Sports, a special extended edition of Match of the Day. Good afternoon. The race to stay in the Premier League and to lift the Premier League are all up for grabs this evening. We really do have another night of twists and turns here for you on Match Today. We start right where the action's at the hottest, the very top. Manchester United knew a tough task was facing Leicester City this afternoon at Old Trafford. Can Manchester United realistically know they're 3 wins away from the Premier League? Could they get past a resurgent Leicester? Manchester City travelled to St James's Park knowing nothing but a win would keep them in the hunt for the championship. Pressure was also on Pep Guardiola's men. Liverpool have an outside chance of still challenging for the Premier League, but to do so they would have to win against West Brom. And of course we've got the big one tonight, the Trevor Sports derby between Burnley and Leeds United. We start at Old Trafford. Leicester City, Manchester United, the two of those played each other for the final place in the Champions League last season. Manchester United won that game and have gone from strength to strength this season under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Brendan Rodgers' Leicester, though, are on a real resurgence. And the FA Cup finalists know this could be a real chance for them to get that Champions League football they so illustriously wanted. However, for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's a chance to win the first Premier League trophy since Sir Alex Ferguson retired 8 years ago. The pressure was on, and so was on Trev Motson, who's your match commentator.
So Manchester United, level on points with Manchester City at the top of the summit of the Premier League. Well, they're ahead of their rivals on goal difference. And this really is a tough test now for them. Leicester City, whose title race ended with that draw against Newcastle last time out, well, they're still in the hunt for Champions League football and could conceivably still catch Tottenham to get it. But they'll need to be good to be United side, who won very, very convincingly at Villa Park last time out when they won 2-0, and Bruno Fernandes scored a tremendous free-kick goal which got them on their way to a glorious victory at Aston Villa, a ground they actually seem to do very well with. So let's take a look at the all-important team news, starting with Manchester United, of course. Greenwood is preferred to Martial in attack. It's Pogba, McTominay and Fernandes in midfield. And Dean Henderson is preferred to David De Gea in goal. As for Leicester, it's the Christmas tree formation for them, with Jamie Vardy at the tip of that, with Maddison and Tielemans in behind. Back four, which is the strongest back four, and of course Kasper Schmeichel, whose dad Peter used to play here and won several championship medals. So Leicester in the chase of the Champions League. United want the title for the first time in 2013. What's going to happen on a sunlit afternoon at Old Trafford? Let's find out. United in the red shirts, attacking the goal to our left. Leicester in blue, attacking the Stretford end. Here's Cavani. And they're off his opponent well. Wan-Bissaka laying it in there towards Pogba. Tomade's there too. Wan-Bissaka with it. Sticking closer and like glue, that was towards Cavani. Rashford's kept it going. Shaw. Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! Good strike! And a terrific save by Schmeichel. And there's the ball played in, and Sergi gets it away. Only as far as McTominay. Well, says the referee, Advantage played if there was one, and then Leicester hook it out. Johnny Evans getting back there and doing a bit of good defending there, but terrific goalkeeper there for Kasper Schmeichel to keep out Bruno Fernandes, who we all know, sitting many times on this programme this season, can be a deadly customer in that final third, especially around the edge of the area or just inside it. In fact, they've got a corner meanwhile, and the aforementioned Bruno Fernandes to take it. The Portuguese plays that one in there towards the far post, and here's Shaw. What about the shot? Greenwood's there too. Oh, what a spectacular goal! Mason Greenwood! How crucial could that goal prove to be in the title race? United and their disciples here, their supporters, rejoice like they've never rejoiced before. And what a goal to rejoice to! Left foot, left corner, Schmeichel, not a price. And Manchester United have made the best possible start to a game they will want to win to keep their hopes of a first title since 2013 very much alive. 1-0 they lead. Shaw intercepts, ball intended for Pereira, now Fernandes. They can't find Cavani that time. Albion Barnes is there. And so too is Vardy. Good turn, did well. Vardy, great save! Terrific save from Dean Henderson. Looked 1-1 all the way. When Vardy pulls the trigger, more often than not, it shoots like a bullet into the net. But Dean Henderson got a big left hand to it and palmed it away. That was brilliant goalkeeping. Indeed, Sayunchi. Madison. He turned nicely there. Vardy again. Vardy again over the top. I think it might have been drifting wide as well. And he's getting in the groove here, Jamie Vardy. He's had a couple of presentable opportunities. Would have been interesting if that was on target, although I think Dean Henderson, in fairness, I think would have had it covered. A bit of warning sign for Manchester United. That's the throw. Castagna to take. To Tielemans. Castagna. Into Barnes. That's terrific play. Now Ndidi. Vardy again. Maguire saw it all the way. Greenwood on a lovely ball now to Bruno Fernandes, and the flag has stayed down. And here's Edison Cavani. He's away from Evans. He pushed him wide a little bit, and in the end he shot it over the bar and into the stands. But you have to give a little bit of credit here to Johnny Evans. It's 1 against 1 here, and just pulls him to the right slightly, which makes the chance a bit more difficult for the Uruguayan. Turn to play till half time. Sanga now playing the ball towards Greenwood, but Ndidi will pick that one up here quite easily. Castagna looks for Albion Barnes and finds him. Now it's Jamie Vardy. James Maddison. Albion Barnes. Jamie Vardy. Rounds again. Castagna. We are in the box. 4, maybe 5 now. But it's Tielemans now with a chance. Oh, brilliant save from Henderson. Did really well there. Here with Tielemans going into a good position. And found the goalkeeper in good form. Pereira to Tielemans. And here's Maddison. Another smart save from Henderson. That's 2 in 30 seconds. The first one from Tielemans. And here's a replay of the last one from James Maddison. Here it is now, Pereira having kept the move alive after the initial save from Tielemans. And that's a brilliant save, although maybe a bit more comfortable for the goalkeeper, but still a magnificent piece of goalkeeping. So we're about 3 minutes into the second half almost, and here come United attacking their favourite Stretford end. And here's Maguire. Oh, he's got straight to Vardy. This could be a calamitous mistake. And here's, well played Vardy. Got back there and hooked it up, but it wasn't a good clearance. Tielemans, good try and a good save again from Henderson. Tielemans with the shot. There was a mistake from Maguire which put United initially in trouble. Maguire got himself out of trouble. Then the clearance wasn't so good. And the shot from Tielemans almost took Henderson off his feet there. It's a corner to Leicester. And Tielemans will take that corner. I wonder if he'll go short this time. Harvey Barnes is there with him. This is Barnes. That's his cross towards Jamie Vardy. He's not the tallest of men. Pereira will keep it going now for Leicester City. They could do with an equalising goal. Remember, they're playing for a Champions League place. Oh, and that might have just hit the stanchion from James Maddison. It couldn't have been any more than an inch or two wide. A superb strike. And was mightily unlucky. But United survive and they still lead by a goal to nil as Maguire comes charging forward. And again, into Rashford. And now Pogba. Chipped it nicely towards Shaw, but Pereira read his intentions very clearly. Oh, Perez has lost it. And here's a chance now for Rashford and Fernandes. And Cavani! 2-0 to Manchester United. It's that man again. Edinson Cavani. He's on a hot streak at the moment. And credit must go to Marcus Rashford first for dispossessing Jose Perez so easily here. Watch this. In fact, it was Bruno Fernandes rather, then Rashford, then Bruno Fernandes, and then Cavani. Bang! 2-0. And Leicester will feel very, very aggrieved about this, but they've only themselves to blame. They've had chances, haven't took them. And Cavani's took his, and United are 2 goals clear. Wilfred Ndidi. It's a good ball if he can find Pereira, which he does. It's a good ball in there. Vardy was there, so too was Harvey Barnes. Maddison to Castagna. One thing you will get from Brendan Rodgers is his teams don't give up. But they've lost possession here. Cavani, oh, they've lost it themselves. Cavani there guilty of giving the ball away. Here's Maddison. Now Ndidi. He's given it straight to McTominay. Oh, that looks a very iffy decision from the referee. I didn't think that was a free kick at all. This is on a postcard, please. Someone tell me what was that for? I'm sure he got the ball there. Surely. The referee's decided that it was deemed worthy enough of a free kick. Leicester throw this one in through Tielemans. And in the end, as it turned out, it was a really good free kick. Johnny Evans. Ricardo Pereira. Oh, it's Pogba again in there, but Leicester have got the ball back again. We've had an hour. Tielemans, good skills, good control away from Cavani. Vardy's there too. Pereira's there too, but United with so many bodies back, including Marcus Rashford, the striker. Well, it would have been an amazement if he managed to score from there. McTominay, oh, that's poor. That's poor now, that could put United in a bit of trouble. It's Jamie Vardy! Oh, he's up with the ball, and the rebound is wide! Rebound wide from Yuri Tielemans. Jamie Vardy, so unlucky, hits the post. How unlucky can you get? Give it away, the ball played through. Vardy hits it true, 9 times out of 10 that sails in. Hits the post, Tielemans knocks the rebound wide. Tielemans, halfway through the second half, good ball. If he can get that ball over there, and he does. And here's Maddison to Pereira. Nice football this from Leicester, pretty passing. Winder's just come on. Here's Vardy. Still Vardy, under the Turk, chips the ball in and wide. Dean Henderson this time not needed to make a save. But Leicester still asking a few questions here of this United defence. They're not going to give in. James Maddison, who headed wide in the end. Wan-Bissaka brings it out. Quarter of an hour just over to go, under to go. United see it with a third. That's not a good ball. Here's Maddison to Tielemans. That's a good ball into Vardy. No, what can he do here? I couldn't read any of that famous Jamie Vardy magic, but he has, however, won a free kick, and I think that's a more clear-cut decision. And McTominay and Vardy getting into a bit of a set to. McTominay's booked, and you can understand the frustration there. Well, he took him out there. I don't think there's much doubt about that. And then the afters, I think, were uncalled for. I think McTominay knew exactly what was coming and tried to argue the case there against Jamie Vardy. Anyway, Tielemans has got a chance here, just outside the area for the free kick. And Tielemans, oh, it's in, brilliant! It's a superb free kick from Youri Tielemans. And Leicester get what their second half performance has merited, and that's a goal. But they've got about 12 minutes to find another. Otherwise, United will be moving to 76 points in the table. And still cranking up the pressure on Manchester City, and Liverpool will be hoping now that the next 12 minutes yields another Leicester goal. And they've got the one back. Can they get another one? It was a terrific free kick from Tielemans. It's 2-1 now. Kamichi in Inacho replaces Vardy. Not his day today. 81 gone. Still 9 minutes plus stoppage time for Leicester City to find themselves an equalising goal. And if they did get it, you would say it's been deserved, but they need to get it first. And Unde with a shot, and a terrific shot by him. And Dean Henderson, who's been on red hot form today, he's made some terrific saves. Could have been a case there for a free kick, but I think the referee did the right thing and played an advantage, and Henderson actually made a lot more hard work of that effort than it needed to be. Last minute of the game, United now will be advised to keep possession. I'm sure Solskjaer will have said that as well, but they might go for a third one. That should be Johnny Evans. Not a good return if it turns out this way to his former stomping ground, where he was a disciple of Alex Ferguson, of course, for so many years. But here's Under now. Can Leicester find a late equalising goal? Not on this occasion. We're into stoppage time now at Old Trafford. United so close to another 3 crucial points, which will crank up the pressure on the blue half of Merseyside, and Liverpool as well with it. Cavani's there. Indeed, he wins possession. Is there a chance for one last attack from Leicester City? They're going backwards though. Here's Pereira. Under. And Inacho waits in the centre. Here's Pereira now. They must get this ball into the penalty area. Still Pereira. And still he goes on. They're playing the intricate stuff. They haven't time to play between the lines. They need to get it forward and need to chip it into the penalty area if they can. And they've dawdled on it for far too long, but they've got possession back. We've played nearly 4 minutes of injury time here. The tension's almost unbearable. Greenwood gets possession. Surely he'll get it away, but he doesn't. Castanier's there now. 4.5 minutes of stoppage time. Castanier now. Can Leicester find another chance here from somewhere? Castanier's cross taken by Henderson. Surely that must be it. 5 minutes we've had of stoppage time. Terrific ending here. Henderson gets it for it. Over! Manchester United have won it. But my word, Leicester men again have been in the second half. Greenwood and Cavani the scorers. Greenwood on 9 minutes. Cavani 7 minutes into the second half. Tielemans pull one back with 12 minutes to go from a superb free kick. Vardy also hit the post. Henderson made a series of smashing saves, but it wasn't enough, and Leicester's top 4 ambitions take a nosedive. But for United, they crank up the pressure on Manchester City and Liverpool. They have beaten Leicester City, just about, mind you, by 2-1.
So victory for Manchester United for them puts them in the driving seat with 2 games to go. But what about Manchester City? Could they remain level with Manchester United? It's the only goal difference separating them, so a big win could have been ordered for them. The very least a win would keep them in contention for the final 2 games. Commentator for this one is Trev Tilsley.
As the Premier League season enters the final phase, with 3 games to go, we still have no idea who is going to be our champions this year. Manchester City being one of the teams hoping to be champions, travel to St James's Park today. They are of course level on points at the top of the table with Manchester United, but they are 15 goals worse off in the race for the title, in what has become essentially a 3-horse race between themselves, United and Liverpool, who are 3 points further behind. Newcastle United, you would think, are safe at this point of the season, but a win today would more or less guarantee that. And their lineup today with Dubravka in goal, Dummett, Lascelles ever present at the back. Joe Willock, who's had an impressive season for Newcastle, starts alongside John Joe Shelby. Callum Wilson and Joel Linton lead the line for them in a side which Steve Bruce has trusted throughout this season. As for Pep Guardiola, he's chopped and changed a lot across the season. Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne, two of the ever-presents this season, along with Ederson. Gabriel Jesus starts up front today instead of Sergio Aguero. So the instructions for Manchester City from Pep will be quite clear. It is win, and by as many goals as possible to try and bridge that 15-goal gap. Here's Mahrez. Foden. Jesus. Going back to Foden. And Fernandinho. Challenged by Callum Wilson of all people. And now John Joe Shelby is breaking over the halfway line. He's got support to his left in St Maximin, who's found himself a bit of space ahead of Kyle Walker. Has he got much support with him? He's got to the byline. Just waited a little bit for his teammates to catch up, although Kyle Walker has also caught up. So Maximin whips it in. Joe Linton! The header just over the bar. Excellent work here by St Maximin to just wait a little bit longer for his teammates to catch up and give him options. Cross was pinpoint as well. Joe Linton, you feel, has to hit the target there. Ederson sending it long with an accurate kick straight to the chest of Phil Foden. Now Fernandinho. Gabriel Jesus lays it off to Riyad Mahrez. Found a bit of space. Kyle Walker on the overlap. Cross blocked by Matt Ritchie. And it's a corner kick to City. City fans up in the rafters there. That's behind that goal. Whipped in by Kevin De Bruyne. Looking for Raheem Sterling of all people. It's going to fall out to Zinchenko. Almiron is with him. Falls all the way into the corner. Hasn't really got much on. Could do with some support, Zinchenko. Almiron is unmoved by all these manoeuvres with the ball. Zinchenko does eventually whip in across, and it's fallen all the way to Kevin De Bruyne at the near post. And just can't quite find the target. Well, Zinchenko trying every trick in the book to try and get past Almiron. Eventually gets some form of crossing. De Bruyne stabs it towards goal. Couldn't quite find the target though. Ruben Diaz sending it forward for Phil Foden. Chipped ball forward looking for Sterling. Just about dealt with by the Newcastle defence. Mahrez has picked up the pieces though and kept City's attack alive. Here's Jesus. Now De Bruyne from distance. Oh, that's a fantastic save from Dubravka. Well kept alive there by Mahrez. And then Kevin De Bruyne puts everything behind that, but Dubravka was equal to it. De Bruyne to deliver the cross from this near side. Front of the travelling support in that end. Ball whipped in towards the back stick looking for Sterling. Oh, it's a point blank save from Dubravka, and again by Dubravka. It's brilliant defending and brilliant goalkeeping from Newcastle. Oh, Raheem Sterling denied not once but twice. Great header, and then very quick reflexes at the second attempt from Dubravka. Half an hour and still no goal. This is Phil Foden looking to try and change that. He's looking for De Bruyne, and Dubravka again with the denial. Manchester City just knocking on the door. Dubravka is not letting them in. Short corner to Kyle Walker. Now back to De Bruyne, who's going to cross it in this time, looking for Gabriel Jesus. He gets his header all wrong. And Miron heads it away. As far as Zinchenko, and now Phil Foden on the edge of the box, thought about a hit. Goes to Sterling instead. And De Bruyne again. Flicks it round to Gabriel Jesus from a curling effort! And the deadlock has been broken. It has been coming. Manchester City have applied all the pressure. And finally, Dubravka's goal is breached. And the travelling fans in the rafters up there at St James's Park have something to cheer about. 32 and a half minutes gone, and Manchester City have broken the deadlock in their relentless pursuit of the Premier League title. Lovely flick round the corner by De Bruyne, and Gabriel Jesus bent that round the defence and out of Dubravka's reach, who has been superb today, it has to be said. But Gabriel Jesus has broken the deadlock. Well, Newcastle have been resolute in that first 32 minutes. Can they find something perhaps to level it up? Shelvey finding Joe Linton. Now Almiron. Back to Joe Linton. He finds St Maximin. Oh, listen to the immediate response! Well, Manchester City caught napping. And Alan St Maximin, arguably Newcastle's best player, has gone and made it level at one apiece within seconds of the restart. Fantastic. Well, I say you're most vulnerable when you've just scored, and Manchester City have just done the definition of it. Lovely play by Newcastle. St Maximin hit that true as an arrow into the left-hand corner. Joe Linton with a lovely layoff. St Maximin, look at that, it's just arrows into the corner. Celebration's not bad either. Well, that's not what was in the script for Manchester City. I'm here looking for a routine victory in their title charge. And Matt Ritchie gets that clear. So, Bromwich to take as Manchester City continue their siege of the Newcastle goal. Whipped in, looking for Phil Foden. Come all the way out to Zinchenko on the edge of the box. Now Fernandinho. Mahrez with a curling effort as well, just wide of the mark. He's actually headed back by Phil Foden. And Fernandinho laying it off. Not quite enough curl on that one. I'm sure Pep would have got into his players at half time that they need to be doing better here. This is very much a game where they were heavy favourites. Giving away cheap free kicks like that isn't going to help their cause either. In a season where the title could be decided by goal difference, this is definitely not what Manchester City need. Phil Foden not happy with that decision. But the ref's made up his mind, it's not going to be changed. Jonjo Shelvey is going to be the man to whip this one in the box. Towards the back stick, towards Callum Wilson, headed away. That's fallen to Joe Willock on the edge of the box! Just wide of the mark. And Joe Willock, who's had an impressive season on loan from Arsenal, came agonisingly close there to making it 2-1. Sterling, the whole lovely turn. He's left Murphy behind. And now he's got a bit of space. He's got Jesus in the middle with him. His cross is blocked though. And now Newcastle look to break away here. Joe Linton gets the ball forward to Callum Wilson. He's got one man over on this near side in St Maximin. He has found him. He's in a foot race with Kyle Walker. He's got there before Kyle Walker. Driving into the box, St Maximin. That pass was a little sloppy for Almiron. Joe Willock's picked it up though. Almiron again. Murphy. Now it's Newcastle's turn to apply the pressure. Willock. St Maximin looking for Callum Wilson, who's found some space. What a save by Edison. How big could this save be in the title race? Callum Wilson finding that little bit of space in the box, and Edison getting a big right hand to it. Now Ruben Diaz. Walker. Looking for Mahrez. It's found its way all the way through to Gabriel Jesus, who's broken free. He's found a bit of space. Finds Raheem Sterling in the D. Raheem Sterling! And what a sterling effort that was top right hand corner, and Manchester City have the lead that they desperately deserved. They have been dominant in this match. Newcastle have been better in the second half, but they were desperate for that second goal. Give them a bit of parity. And more importantly, to put them in position to get another 3 points and continue their march towards the Premier League title and applying the pressure to Manchester United. Lovely nodded on header here. I think it was by Mahrez in the end. Gabriel Jesus with the awareness, and Sterling has fired that into the right hand corner. Excellent football from City again. Dubravka could do nothing against that one. Just out of his reach. And Raheem Sterling has put Manchester City back in the lead. I'm sure Pep will be barking from the sideline. Keep it tight, you've just scored. Let's not have a repeat of the first half. And just like that, Kevin De Bruyne himself takes it on himself to get the ball back. Make sure Manchester City don't concede again. Sterling playing it forward to Gabriel Jesus. Now Mahrez. Kyle Walker. They might add another here, you know. It's whipped in towards Mahrez at the near stick. They have! They have scored another. Well, that's a much better way to respond to just scoring a goal. It's to score another one. Riyad Mahrez makes it 3 and gives them a 2-goal cushion. Lovely build-up here from City. First touch was a little sloppy, but it actually caught Dubravka a little bit off guard. And Mahrez with the lovely finish at the second attempt. The volley's a lot harder to save as well than a shot from the ground, so Dubravka really was going to struggle there. 4 minutes to go. City look to just run the clock down a bit. They really could do with another goal though. As we say, the goal difference could be something. So a 4th one would very much be welcome here for Pep Guardiola's side. Sterling goes down under a challenge from Almiron. And he goes over there. Looks like he was going to take it quickly, but he's elected to just wait a little bit longer. Dwight Gale's come on for Callum Wilson for Newcastle. It's whipped in by De Bruyne. Headed over the bar. May have come off a Newcastle head. Was aimed at Mahrez. Did come off a Newcastle head. Now De Bruyne is going to whip this one in. 2 minutes to go. It's going to fall to Almiron on the edge of the box now. And Newcastle, if they move quickly here, they could get themselves another goal. Here's the substitute Gale. Almiron. It's 4 on 4 here at the back. Shelby's got forward as well. Although Fernandinho has, well, he tried to clear it. It's a free kick in favour of Newcastle there. Manchester City just failing to clear their lines. Shelby getting himself about here. Gets kicked by Foden. A bit harsh, some would call, but if you don't kick the ball and kick a player, it is going to be given as a free kick, whether it was deliberate or not. It's a long way out to shoot here. Surely he's not going to think about it. No, he elects to try and cross it in, and City deal with it. To Paul Dommett though. Willock, Ritchie, St Maximin. Manchester City just want to defend their lines here. They don't want to concede another goal. That really wouldn't help their goal difference. Ball's chipped over the top to Joel Linton, and just wide of the mark for what would have been a consolation. Ederson's not happy. Every goal at this stage of the season is vital in the title race, and that could have been really detrimental to City's title push, but they get away with it. Manchester City look to just wind the clock down and take the 3 points, I think, at this point, which is the smart thing to do. Best to get the points on the board. They've given away a throw deep in their own half here. Quite go to take it quickly. St Maximin, Shelby, Gale, and it's cleared. Dummett's picked it up. And the Manchester City fans just whistling in that top tier. They want the full-time whistle at this stage. And Stones heads it away, and there is the full-time whistle. It was a real challenge for Manchester City today. Newcastle ran them close. Only a 2-goal deficit is what they've lost by, but Manchester City will be grateful to come away with all 3 points here today. An interesting first half, which was very, very close, but Manchester City in the second half, they really put the hammer down and made their advantage pay with 2 quick goals, which put this contest to bed. It's finished here at St James's Park. Newcastle United 1, Manchester City 3.
So wins for Manchester United and Manchester City. What about Liverpool? Well, if they lost against West Bromwich Albion or even drew, they would be out of the title race. So to keep their slim hopes of retaining their Premier League trophy, a big result was required this afternoon at the Hawthorns. Trevor Glover watched this one.
Welcome to the Hawthorns. West Bromwich Albion against Liverpool this afternoon. West Bromwich Albion heading to the game on the back of an hour 2-1 defeat to Arsenal last time out. Meanwhile, Liverpool beat Southampton by 1-0. West Brom currently sit 2 points outside the relegation zone, while Liverpool are 3 points behind Manchester and Manchester City in the title race, who are joint top. Reds are 2 points above Spurs, who sit in 4th. Let's take a look at the 2 lineups then, starting with the Baggies, managed by Sam Allardyce. It's Sam Johnston in goal, Semi Ajayi, Carvalho, Daroshe, Donald Fillon, Townsend, Livermore, Pereira, Phillips, and Maitland Niles behind Diagne. Snodgrass, Sawyers amongst the bench. As for Liverpool, familiar looking lineup for them: Firmino, Mane and Salah up top, Wijnaldum, Fabinho and Henderson in midfield, Van Dijk, Gomez and Ponner in the centre-back. Thiago is amongst those on the subs bench. Martin Atkinson is the referee as we look to get underway in this Premier League clash at the Hawthorns. Trevor Gubber is your man in the Aussie. Martin Atkinson from West Yorkshire is a man in the middle. Here's Wijnaldum, here's Robertson, here's Mane. Down the line to Mane again from Robertson into the penalty area. Barclays there to clear. He's Maitland Niles to Townsend. Up towards Diagne, giving away. Wijnaldum's there. It's Mohamed Salah, just wide. Decent effort from Mohamed Salah. Good ball cleared away. Liverpool won the ball back. Ball into Salah from Wijnaldum there. And Mane, I can't remember who it looked like it was Mane. And then he pushed the ball wide. Liverpool win the ball back through Van Dijk as West Brom trying to get forward. Wijnaldum back to Van Dijk. Forward to Roberto Firmino. Back into Fabinho. Fabinho coming forward. Diagne's back. All West Brom players are back inside their own half by doing defending. And Henderson has to go back to pick up possession. Here's Wijnaldum. Fabinho. Liverpool are still in the title race. 3 points behind the leaders Manchester United and also Manchester City. I should say leaders Man City, Manchester United. Here's Fabinho, Mane, Wijnaldum. Goes down, does Wijnaldum, and Liverpool have a free kick. Firmino will look to take it quickly, then decides against it. Definite foul by Connor Townsend and Matheus Pereira. Trent Alexander-Arnold over this free kick. Alexander-Arnold! Oh, what a free kick that is! Trent Alexander-Arnold. Pick that one out, Sam Johnston. Alisson enjoyed that one. Liverpool take the lead. Superb free kick from Trent Alexander-Arnold. West Bromwich champion 0, Liverpool 1. When Trent is on the field, you don't give him that. Don't give him free kicks from that side of the range. Can pick his spot, and he arrowed it into that bottom corner. Sam Johnston no chance. Trent Alexander-Arnold gives Liverpool the lead, 1-0. Here's West Brom coming forward with Phillips. Livermore is fouled, and Phillips is down the line from the most free kick. And Phillips whips for the free kick with a cross into the penalty area, should I say, as he's charged down for a corner. Phillips across there to take the corner. Phillips on the booking already. Good opening 20 minutes in towards Connor Townsend. Furlong was in there too, and now Salah, can he get there? No, Furlong's there to collect into Townsend. Livermore robbed by Fabinho onto Firmino. Salah, Firmino, all right to Fabinho. Fabinho's on the run over on that far side of the right. Down the wing, down the line he goes in towards the penalty area. Puts the ball across. Bobby Firmino. It's 2 for Bobby Firmino. And Liverpool double their lead. High five with Fabinho, supply the cross, Salomon in, so to Andy Robertson. Liverpool fans in fan voice, listen. Poor from West Bromwich Albion. Fabinho out wide, who was allowed to run and run and run. Firmino unmarked, managed to flick it up and over Johnson into the far corner from the tightest of angles. I wondered how he got it in from there at first, but fantastic goal. Two-0 Liverpool lead. Townsend picks up for West Brom into Maitland now. It's on from Arsenal. Who's out to Robertson, but gets the ball back. Now it's Townsend. Towards Diagne over the top. Alisson comes and punches. Diagne goes down in there, no penalty. Well, Gomez went down as well, as Alisson called them both. Here's Pereira in towards the penalty. Robertson heads clear. Townsend's there to pick up and clear first for West Brom. Towards Livermore, manages to get there, and Livermore gets it back from Phillips. Now Diagne! Oh, Diagne off the post! Diagne still not clears. Phillips. As Trent Alexander wins the ball back. Van Dijk gets the ball clear, but Diagne there with an absolute fantastic effort, striking the post and bouncing away. How unlucky can you get? Wijnaldum. Firmino flicks the ball on. Here's Salah. Firmino out wide. Well, the free kick's been given for a foul on Mo Salah, who's limping a bit there. Livermore catches him with an eye boot there. He's looking at the West Brom captain. He's not got a book in there. He's Trent Alexander-Arnold in towards Fabinho on the edge of the box. Who's acrobatic effort goes wide. Decent effort from Fabinho, trying his luck from there. Already got an assist, trying to get on the score sheet as well. But failed to make it count. Here's Mane now on the far side of the left. Here's Robertson. Henderson just gets there. Now feeds Trent. We're running from Trent Alexander-Arnold away from Phillips, who's on the booking. And Trent's ball is in and headed over the top of his own net there by one of the West Brom defenders. Couldn't quite see who got the final touch. Trent Alexander-Arnold will take the corner. In towards Mohamed Salah, who can't get there. Makes for Henderson inside the penalty. Henderson strikes there by Johnston. Semi Ajayi can get the ball clear to O'Shea. Looking for Itty downfield. This is Henderson's effort, fantastic effort, bounced, ran onto it. His effort fierce enough to be palmed away by Sam Johnson to keep West Brom trailing by just 2. Diagne flicks the ball down to Pereira. Now out towards Furlong, giving away to Salah. Now Firmino giving the ball away. Townsend picks up for West Brom. Now Matthias Pereira. Kyle Barclay, the former Leeds loanee. Out to the former Rotherham United man in Semi Ajayi. Down line to Ainsley Maitland-Niles, on loan from Arsenal. Let me remind you. Maitland-Niles with a brilliant run. Ball into the penalty. Daniel's there. Daniel has scored. His header has gone in. Past Allison, he jumps over Allison to clear the ball and run back to the centre. We've only been playing just over 9 minutes of this second half, and West Bromwich Albion are back in this game. West Brom 1, Liverpool 2. Lovely run down the line. Dangerous ball in him. Diana's lovely flicked header. And no chance for Allison to stop that. Lovely run from Ainsley Maitland-Niles. It's beautiful time cross. Diana flicks it in. Got better of Henderson in there. And Liverpool have not kept a clean sheet. West Brom 1, Liverpool 2. And West Brom will like to try and come again here. With Pereira. Got their tails up now. Diana. Phillips. Just wide from Matt Phillips. Decent effort there. West Brom with their tails up now. Robertson's headed down into Pereira. Ball played off to Phillips from Diana, and his effort is just wide. West Brom coming again. Here's Townsend away from Henderson. Robertson up against the Giant. The Giant into Pereira. Now Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles with the cross. Diana's in there again. Ball breaks. Diana's in there again. Clear about Fabinho. Salah gets the ball clear as well. Firmino's in there, but Liverpool wins the ball back to find Maitland-Niles on to Matheus Pereira. But here's the Maitland-Niles. Back into Matheus Pereira. Oh, Diana! Set by Allison. Decent effort there. Barkley. Out wide to Gibbs. Down line for Robinson. Callum Robinson. Away from Trent Alexander-Arnold. What can Callum Robinson do here now? Callum Robinson. Towards the penalty area. West Brom planning on the pressure. Towards Daniel, cleared away. And Matheus Pereira. Just over. Decent effort from Matheus Pereira. Oh, what a fantastic run that is from Callum Robinson. Liverpool on the back foot at the moment. Can West Brom get an equaliser? Into stoppage time now. Townsend giving the ball away. It's brought from Livermore, who picks out Maitland-Niles, and Maitland-Niles into Matheus Pereira. Semi Ajayi is up from the back. Semi Ajayi. Here's the Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles runs away from now Ajayi puts the ball in. Set by Allison. Allison clears. And there goes a full-time whistle. And West Bromwich Albion gave a good account of themselves in the second half. Alexander-Arnold's free kick and Firmino's finish in the first half was enough to give Liverpool the lead at the break. But Daniel's goal 10 minutes after the restart meant it never finished for Liverpool. It's finished here at the Hawthorns. West Bromwich Albion 1 and Liverpool 2. Liverpool firmly in the title race.
There we go. A really, really, really important result, it has to be said. For all three of those sides, it means the race for the Premier League will continue, and you will see it this midweek here on Sports Night. As for now, it's time for us to wrap up some of the other games that took place today. Brighton and Hove Albion have been bottom of the Premier League since the beginning. But was this the afternoon things started to change their way? Paul Rose's long-range effort was just parried just past the post and gave Brighton perhaps their best chance. West Ham's, though, will go down as a poor miss for Thomas Souček. Mikel Antonio's cross. Souček headed it down, but the wrong side of the post. A miss he'll live to regret. An important point for Brighton Hove Albion, who are attempting to complete Mission Impossible and escape survival. Southampton played Fulham on an evening in which Fulham's relegation to the Championship perhaps looks more inevitable than any of the sides playing at the bottom, especially when Nathan Redmond was able to run completely unchallenged 30 yards into the area, heading in an unstoppable left-footed shot that powered its way past Areola. 1 became 2. Same again, able to run through the middle far too easily. Danny Ings was able to hit a left-footed shot, but in the end Areola can only parry it as far as Nathan Redmond to tap home. He was on a perfect hat-trick at this point. In the second half it was more of the same. Poor defending from Fulham allowed Southampton through. Minamito was able to find Che Adams, who had all the time in the world to pick his spots. Picked up one that was just perfectly placed, and it was 3. For the Saints, whose Premier League survival looked ever so slightly worrying at some point, what a comfortable home win it was for them in the end. Danny Ings put the icing on top of the cake and made it 4. It's Southampton's biggest home win of the Premier League this season, and a sort of defeat that completely demoralised Fulham. They look like a side potentially destined for Championship football. For Southampton, what an improvement. Sheffield United played Everton, and Sheffield United knew that there could be a chance of survival, but they needed to be on their absolute best. And they needed a bit of luck. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin's pass across goal, then she took a horrible deflection in, and all that luck for Sheffield United completely evaporated. A horrible own goal, which will be classed down to Fleck, gave Everton the lead. And there was chances again for more to be made, especially with wonderful one-touch football playing for Iwobi. In the last minute of the match, his effort hit the side of the net, but that's how the game finished. A defeat for Everton that condemns a terrible 2021 for Sheffield United. They look set to be relegated unless things can dramatically change. Crystal Palace hoped that this was the afternoon in which they turned their season around and secured their Premiership survival. And it didn't look that way after El Ghazi's excellent strike gave Aston Villa the lead. But Roy Hodgson's men summoned something deep in the locker and were eventually able to come across with 2 late goals to settle themselves and keep themselves in the Premier League. In the end, a chance for Patrick Van Aanholt that was able to run right the way through. His low drive brought Crystal Palace level. But a win would be enough, and constant pressure arose as Aston Villa held on. Eventually it cracked when Eze's cross, which was wonderfully well placed, was met by Gary Cahill. Martinez was caught just in no man's land, and the header looped perfectly over him in stoppage time to win the game for Crystal Palace. A great turnaround for them and Roy Hodgson's men. The look set after that win to have secured their Premier League survival, barring a disaster on the final couple of days. Spurs at one point were favourites to win the Premier League, but their form in the past 3-4 games has completely baffled pundits and players alike. And indeed, Wolverhampton Wanderers, who've been really struggling this season, got themselves off to a great start when João Moutinho finished a strong effort. Spurs knew really nothing more than a win would keep them in the title hunt, what slim hopes that they had, and they were able to get a late equaliser into the match, but realistically that was the end of their Premier League challenge for this season. It wasn't a bad goal to get, mind you, especially when Klein played him Son Heung-min, who picked his spot quite brilliantly and lashed the ball home. A late equaliser for Tottenham Hotspur, but not enough for them. There'll be an inquest for Jose Mourinho's side how they just let this season slip away from them. They did at one point have one hand on the Premiership Championship. Chelsea versus Arsenal, the London derby that once upon a time would have headlined match of the day. The way this season was going, there wasn't a lot for either sides to play, but there was still enough to Chelsea to show their quality over Arsenal. Oliver Giroud's opening goal opening things up. After making it to the semi-finals of the Champions League, Chelsea did show their golfing class against Arsenal when Christian Pulisic ran through unchallenged. His right-footed effort powered its way past. For Chelsea, another win for them over their rivals. For Arsenal, it is certainly becoming a season to forget. Well, before we wrap up with the league table, just one final game to bring you today. It, of course, is the Trevor Sports Derby. In the Trevor Sports Derby, Burnley hosted Leeds United. For Burnley today, no major changes for them, although Goodmanson is preferred for Robbie Brady out on the right, Vidra and Wood preferred up front for them, for Jay Rodriguez and Ashley Barnes are both on the bench. For Leeds United, it's the side which you'd expect them to bring out. Llorente chosen to partner Liam Cooper at centre-half. Jack Harrison and Rafinha will continue the wide roles. Patrick Bamford as the lone striker supported by Rodrigo. Your commentator for this one is Trevor Davis. Liam Cooper Both these sides captained by a centre-half. Here's Matthias Klitsch, Rodrigo. Cork doing well to get a foot in. Phillips brings it forward. Dallas. Harrison with an excellent pass to Rafinha. Now this is Bamford in the area. This is great football at the moment, Leeds United, but the cross completely let down the wonderful move that had taken place beforehand. Here's Click. He was caught. Bamford has ran 20 yards to stand over the free kick, and in the end, lots to take his time. No doubt about it, but the right decision. Now Rafinha is over this, so is Stuart Dallas. Rafinha will hit it with left foot! And at the second attempt, Nick Pope claims the ball. Dallas offering support. Now here's Jack Harrison. This is Dallas. Sends Jack Harrison running. Chance for a cross. Lowton dives in way too early. And Bamford! Well, that'll be a chance missed. The pass here from Stuart Dallas is the key. It gets Jack Harrison to run at Matthew Lowton, who slides in way too early. Credit you'd probably have to give to Ben Mee, who put off Patrick Bamford there. But Bamford will feel we should have done better. Ball towards Woods. Rente wins that. Vidra. Goodmanson. Sean Dyche. There's something doing. Oh! That was nearly a disastrous own goal. As a result, it's ended up in a corner, but just what on earth happened there? Mike Winnell's corner in. Vidra! Oh! Well, after one own goal, Burnley centre forward has his best moment of the match. And he was unmarked inside the Leeds United penalty area. So credit due to Leeds defender for putting him off. Alvin Phillips over this free kick. Rodrigo, Harrison, edge of the area. Harrison, Dallas. Stuart Dallas! Oh, that was nearly something rather special. Harrison did well to get this down to Stuart Dallas. I thought he'd taken a touch too far, but Westwood couldn't reach it, neither could Pope, and thankfully for both of them, it's over the bar. Stuart Dallas. Morrison brings Dallas into play. Click. Great ball to Bamford. Good turn by Bamford! And it's not Bamford's evening. Dallas did well. Click Claney, a clever ball to Bamford. Turned Charlie Taylor with ease. Just couldn't curl it inside the post. Rodriguez. Jay Rodriguez! Just off balance when he let go. I think when you see this again, there was a bit of excellent defending. Just at the moment, Jay Rodriguez looked to try and curl it in a way. Rente was putting under pressure. It's goalless in the end. No side able to find the quality to make the breakthrough. And sadly for the Trevor Sports Derby and the penultimate weekend of the Premier League season, it's Burnley, Leeds United 0-0. So a week of Premier League football to go. Matchday 36 results. 2 0-0s to write home about and maybe forget. For Brighton that could be important. For Burnley and Leeds United, well, it means Burnley keep the Trevor Sports Trophy after their 2-1 win at Elland Road. The biggest and important most 2-1 win was at Manchester United beating Leicester City. Liverpool keep their hopes alive with a 2-1 win. Chelsea comfortable win over Arsenal. City with a fantastic result against Newcastle United. Southampton with the biggest win of the day, absolutely destroying Fulham and put Fulham on the real brink of relegation potentially. Spurs being held by Wolves pretty much rules them out of challenging for the Championship. Crystal Palace might have just saved their Premier League future with a 2-1 win at Aston Villa. Bottom of the table, West Brom, Sheffield United, Fulham and Brighton at the moment separated by just 3 points. It means the race to stay in the Premier League will go potentially to the midweek and final game of the season. Leeds United is safe. Crystal Palace now a point in the next 2 games guarantees their safety. As for everybody else, it's as you were at the bottom half of the table. In the top half, Manchester United and Manchester City separated on goal difference. Realistically, Manchester City need to score 14 goals uninterrupted in the next 2 games, maybe even more to do so. They're very much relying on Manchester United to slip up. For Liverpool, nothing but a win will do for them, but realistically with their goal difference, the title could very much be out of their grasp. Lower down the table, Chelsea are no longer in the race for Champions League football. Leicester City and Spurs are. Leicester will play Chelsea next, and then potentially Spurs and Leicester could meet on the final game of the season to decide who is playing Champions League football next season. This week here on Sports Night, we've got all the big games available. Manchester United hosting Fulham, we'll have highlights of that. We'll also have Manchester City away to Brighton and Liverpool away to Burnley, as the title race takes yet another twist towards the end of the season. Well, there has been many people that have joked and said that replacing Sir Alex Ferguson would be the hardest decision and hardest challenge that Manchester United would ever face. When a former player, Manchester United might have just found a chance to write themselves history, potentially a 21st League Championship available for them. They need realistically 4 points from the next 2 games to command the Premier League trophy. But on that goal difference that they've got at the moment, a win against Fulham this week will all but assure them of winning the Premier League trophy. It is set up for an absolutely thrilling evening of Premier League football. We'll be there. Guess you guys will too. Bye bye.